Okay, so the Blackguard bosses are pretty fun. It's actually really well-designed content here. The very first one we did on day one was this Forest Guard here. It's a ranged one that has two different shields. People were saying that they needed to use a Dispel, and they were using Wasport. I don't think Dispels were working. What was happening was Wasport bees every once in a while will bleed, and those bleeds are spaced out enough and random that it would trigger the second shield at varying times, essentially randomizing it so that it would line up, the gap in that shield would line up with the gap in the other shield, and you could kill the unit. So I did. I don't have recording of it. I got first. But then day two here, added a Blackguard, which has a ton of defense, and it had another one of those archers in the back, and a bunch of trash units. Now, no one on my server even killed the Forest Guardian, but I know a lot of people were choosing it by using a DC and then Tombstone. The front units, other than the Blackguard, have really low defense, and the Forest Guardian shield doesn't go up for the first 10 seconds. What I ended up doing was setting it up like this so I could get my melee into the back by pulling the Blackguard to my back, but with ranged, and using chargers, and having the Devil and my Black Knights jump to one of the back rows, but leaving the back row archer alive in the lane with the Bone Dragon and the Naga, and waiting to kill their target until they were closer to that back row, and so they went back there instead of going for the Blackguard. You can see here, then I just did it like the first level, just frenzied them all, and waited for the gap in the shield to open up, and it dropped. I'll do a second run here, because then I was trying to get damage on the Blackguard to get a higher score. You can't see it, but I had Death Ripple marked. I was using that to kill my own troops and to bring in backups, and to kill the mage, which I used initially to kite the Blackguard back. So I get him to stand on the Wasport there and take percentage HP damage. I had the bug where I didn't have my score showing on this match, but it didn't do that much to him. I got maybe 190, I think it was, 190 million. And I heard people talking, the general consensus was that you couldn't kill this Blackguard. So basically you got your 3.5 billion if you cleared the back, and then, you squeeze a few points off the Blackguard. Not being able to see the score did kind of make it a little bit exciting. Oh, what did I get? And I ended up getting 3850 out of it, I think. Like I said, no one else on my server even killed the back row, so that got me first in one run for this one. So then the morning of day two, I was messing around with trying to get him to stand on the Wasp. I was using Dracon and cloning a bunch of Wasports. Then here's a run. I finally got Laeliel on NA12, and I think it was Reese on NA12. Both killed this Blackguard. Laeliel was nice enough to share with me her lineup. They both used Seer and Darkness Elemental as their damage, which I don't even have, much less 6-star. But I did notice she had Regnant Archer in there too, so I decided to add that in. And after trying a few times, I was able to get this run. I had accidentally finished some testing earlier. But here's this big jump in damage here. I was trying to isolate what it was exactly. This is just a little video I made sent to someone who hit me up on Discord, asking how I managed to damage it. So then that brings us to today, day 4, where it's a Blackguard and 4 chargers in the bottom lane that are supposed to increase its defense when you kill them. I tried not killing them for a while, but ended up just killing them really quick just so I could get everybody on the Blackguard. And here I have officially, I think, isolated what the trick is. So look here at the damage. For those 5 seconds, I did 20 some damage, 30 damage. And then the next 5 seconds, I did 400 million damage. What happened right in the middle there? Venomous Sputtering. I turn off Venomous Sputtering, or change it to the other one, which goes off at 30 seconds in, not at 15 seconds in. And now look at, I'm doing all right. I had other defense reduction abilities proc, but I did not get that huge boost in damage here. Now, and in this one, if you look closely, not only does the Venomous Sputtering go off, but I also get a Debilitating Strike at the same time from my Bone Dragon, which is 30% defense reduction, Debilitating Strike, Venomous Sputtering. Watch that score. It's 600 million. That's fucking jackpot there, right? But I didn't have quite enough damage to kill it during this boost. He has 3 billion hit points, so, I got pretty close, and I still had a minute left, but I didn't finish him. And that was common. I spent 20 minutes, I ran it maybe 5 times, and I would get a lot of damage usually, over halfway kill him, and then not be able to do the last bit at all, even though I had way more than half the fight left. Now this is my winning run. So the trick is defense reduction, stacking shit tons of defense reduction. Like, because he's got so much defense, my theory anyways, that like so much defense, 80% defense reduction still leaves so much defense you're not doing shit. But there is a tipping point at which you have so much defense reduction on them that you start doing damage. And hopefully you have, 6-star seer or DE or, heavy hitting units like that. Just because you can get this defense low enough doesn't mean you're going to be able to kill them in that amount of time. I did manage to do it. My team here, every unit except for one does defense reduction. We got Regnant Archer does some, mine's really weak, but she's just here in a supporting role. Devil does some from his 3-star Awaken. Bone Dragon also does some from his 3-star Awaken. It's the debilitating strike that we saw earlier. And that is random how often he does it. It's his Crushing Blow move. I got Dendroid, which does 30% with his 5-star Awaken. Black Knight does some with his weapon. Naga does 10%, stacking 4 times on each Magic Awake, plus she does some with her weapon. Manticore does some for 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and then also when he gets a kill or with his 5-star Awaken, the Venomous Sputtering, which is guaranteed to go off 15 seconds in. And that's all of them except for Revy, who doesn't actually do defense reduction unless it's on his weapon. It might be, I didn't look. But he does a lot of debuffs and buffs your team. And so you do a couple runs until you get that debilitating strike to line up and everything, and get that defense reduction stacked way, way, way high. And, hopefully you got enough damage. Hopefully you got 6-star Seers and Darkness Elementals and all that, but I managed it here with no URs at all. And you can see here, that put me solidly in first place with 1 run. That's like 10 times as much damage as everyone else, because those are 3 runs they did. And of course, not everyone's run it yet. It's pretty early in the day, but Fista and Shadowvis there are both higher power than me. And like I said, I couldn't even hurt the thing at all until I got all that defense reduction stacked. So hopefully this is helpful to some people. Thanks for watching. And if anyone from Ubi is watching, thanks for some quality content. And also some great deals right now. And happy 2nd birthday to EOC.